Welcome, everybody. I am so excited. This is the inaugural episode of Two Brothers, One Puck podcast. I'm Nick,
I'm Justin,
and
and
we're
we're
the
the
Davidson
Davidson
brothers.
brothers.
But you always get that timing off. It's gonna.
We'll get
There's
there.
got there's got
We'll
to be
get
an
there.
over under for how many episodes it's going to take for us to actually nail that intro. But
I'll say
I
17.
digress. I digress. So we are connected and a part of the Chirping Pucks Media podcast. Thank you so much for having us. Frankie James, if you would show your beautiful face so we could talk about some great accomplishments that the Chirping Pucks Media has to talk about.
Frankie, the producer, boys. Nothing like a good producer role. I just have to. I just have to say, boys, the comments on Instagram are blowing up.
Hey.
And like I can only see the Instagram, so I'll do a few of these mentions. We got the meats from the Preston and Steve YouTube crew checking in. Bush League Beauties, our wonderful sponsor. Thanks for checking in on the debut episode. Our good friend Gianna Ramey, true supporter of the Chirping Pucks Media family. We got Sherbs from the YouTube crew from WMR checking in. We got the crew, the crew's checking in, and yeah, I mean we're gonna kick it off with a huge announcement before the boys get into it. This is a big Chirping Pucks Media update. Chirping Pucks Media was live at the WMR Preston Steve Camp Out for Hunger, and our totals are in. So all you YouTube crew, if you want to get your phones out real quick and start recording, we're going to announce our totals. And you know, a lot of people were involved in this, from the YouTube crew, from just a lot of our other hockey community brothers and sisters. And this year we raised, drum roll please. We raised 933 pounds of food and $708 donated to Phil Abundance for the Camp Out for Hunger. It's our biggest donation yet in 4 years. Thank you to everybody in this picture, which this picture will be blasted momentarily. That's our entire YouTube crew on stage with Preston and Steve. 933 pounds, 93.3 by the way. I thought that was kind of ironic. And $708. Big shout out to our entire YouTube crew family. Shout out to the Preston and Steve Show, Phil Abundance, everybody that worked hard and volunteered at all of our hockey tournaments. We thank you so much for that. And we are looking forward to coming back bigger and better next year. Charity is something that we believe in, and it was an incredible donation that we were able to do. And it's funny, and before I let you guys do your thing, I love how it landed on 93.3. Like, what are the chances of that happening?
That is pretty awesome.
It's just a sign, that's all.
Yeah, I mean that is so awesome.
Absolutely.
I'm honored to be a part of this media podcast, especially doing stuff like that, because even though most of this is going to be about hockey, the goal is to use a platform to help. Okay. All right, with that being said, I mean, I can't express how excited we are to get started with this. I mean, it's definitely something that I expect to get involved in. We just love hockey so much, and I guess, you know, some people notice that, and then it lands us here. So I guess we could just start with how we even got into hockey in the first place. And with Justin being the elder brother by 4 years, I will let him tell the story because some of this is a little fuzzy for me.
Yeah. When we started playing hockey, I was still very young. Mom and dad put me in quite a few different sports. I played a year of football, played a couple years of t-ball, pitching machine. I did some bowling through elementary school, but overall, I was probably about 5 or 6 years old, and dad came home one day and just handed me a hockey stick, and he said, "Let's see how this works out." And I mentioned it before, but we played on this patio. It was like a little brick patio in front of our house. And we got, my uncle who lived with us at the time, my dad, me, even our little sister who's in between our ages was out there playing hockey with us. I had a good friend growing up out there who would come over and play. And it just evolved and evolved very much and very quickly, honestly. Once Nick started, walking around, honestly, because he was only about 2 or 3, he would get out there with us. My dad started getting goalie equipment, so I started learning how to play goalie as well as player. We were learning all the aspects of hockey, and then we moved to Williamstown. by that time I was 9 and Nick was 5. And I kind of let him pick up from here, but he basically got put on the most stacked team in 5-year-old history. He had about 5 or 6 ice hockey players on his street hockey team for a local group, and they went 24-0. So go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, I had all the motivating factors as a young kid to get into said sports because like my dad had it on the TV at home. We grew up PlayStation kids, so we had every year we were buying the new NHL game. And then obviously, like I seen my brother, like he did 1 year of hockey in the Belmar club, and my for learned to play in Belmar. Talents to Williamstown, put on a team. We were the Dallas, and we won a championship. And it's funny because we have our numbers up, and I'll kind of, I don't want to get too sidetracked from our story here, but the 24-0 season, I wore number 8 because, like any little brother, like you admire your bigger brother. I wanted to be like him. I wanted to play hockey like him. And like, even though I'd never tell him that, it was more in a competitive way because it's just natural. 2 brothers, you're never going to compliment each other. You're trying to be better than them. So I wore number 8. I won the championship, and because Justin had been playing for about 3 years now at this point, and he was on a bunch of stakers, he banned me from wearing the number 8 for the rest of my career. He said, "You're not allowed to wear number 8. That's my number." And it's if I didn't win this championship, who knows? I may still be trying to wear the number 8. But he scared me off of it. So but at the end, I basically traded the number 8 for a championship, and I would do that again if I had to in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
So
no, I mean, once we once we got into Williamstown and we started growing into that league, obviously Nick made friends and got to play with some of them friends a little bit longer through street hockey at least. Once I got into high school, my dad always told me if I wanted to play ice hockey, I had to show dedication, and that I had to basically give up pretty much everything else. For A, he wanted me to be disciplined in making the right choice, and B, we all know hockey is not the cheapest sport around. I have a younger sister and brother, obviously, so my aunt stepped in and helped a bit here and there where they could, and yeah, it was tough for Nick to get into ice hockey, and I know one of the things that really kind of sucked was his freshman year he was trying to also, or actually it was his 8th grade year, he was trying to play, and I know we just didn't have the funds at the time. It was a tougher time, so I got to play my senior year, and he didn't get to play. So this is the culmination of waiting honestly almost 20 years to play on the same team together, to enjoy the same ice, to enjoy the chemistry that's already there, that doesn't have to be built because we are brothers, and we're normal brothers like everybody else. We butt heads and we love each other very much, and it's just, it's just a nice thing to do. I waited a long time. I was not playing for many years, and he finally drug me out, and he's like, "Dude, you got to come out and play. Like, I want to come out and play." So I was like, "All right." And here we sit, man. It's great to be here.
Been here. Frankie, the
guys want to
producer.
chime in real Frankie, the producer? Yes. I'm going to chime in real quick. We have a lot of action going on. And as the pilot episode, you guys will see that I am the producer. So I will be popping on to announce our comments, do our some sponsor reads if need be, or just to chime in every now and then. Our good friends, Blue Chew Bulldogs, checking in on Instagram. That's got to be our main man, Santoro, checking in. Thank you for that, my friend. And just got off the phone with them, our good man, John Hoodie, goaltender of the Juggernauts of the UHL and goaltender of Camden County Warriors. Thanks for checking in, brother. And I'll see you Thursday. Ice Gremlin. That's our good Chirpy Pucks. Justine Stafford, champion, checking in. Tom OC from the Corn Stars, checking in, my guy. Certainly appreciate that. Thank you so much for all the support. And before the boys take back over, make sure you're following the Two Brothers One Puck podcast on Facebook. This is powered by Jerk Bucks Media. Make sure you get out there, follow their Facebook page. The numbers are rising. Now, a lot of the content now is going to be coming on there. Make sure you follow the Two Brothers One Puck podcast on Facebook. All right, boys, take it from there.
And I mean, I appreciate that little plug because it's definitely cool seeing so much interaction. This is our first episode, and like we've been building up to this first episode, and we've been seeing all these followers, and it's like, you know, for a new podcast, we got something to live up to already. But
I'm getting jealous, boys. I'm getting jealous.
Hey,
well, and
we
I mean,
appreciate it.
Give me a run for my money.
A big part of our support system also goes back into, you know, our family. Like, you know, our family supports us a lot. They would come out, whether it's direct family, extended family, they always come out to games. But like, you know, getting on the family note, I mean, obviously, pops, mom, credit goes to them 100%. I mean, like any kid that gets in, they have the story of their mom, dad buying them gear, but it was a lot more than that. You know what I mean? Like, my dad didn't really play hockey. He watched hockey, liked the sport, didn't know how to ice skate. You know, he learned the sport so that he could teach us how to play it. And then, you know, the first season, both of us, we had complete strangers as coaches, and like they did a great job. I mean, my first coach, we heard it, 24-0, great coach, love the guy. Rest in peace, Skig Parks, real close coach of mine. He actually ended up coaching me again later down the road when I dabbled in baseball, and I thought that was a cool full circle moment. And you know, obviously my dad just saw an opportunity where he had that itch, kind of like you see how intense and how passionate we are. My dad had that itch, and he decided, you know, like he wanted to get into the coaching gig. He coached my brother, coached me. I mean, he pretty much became our coach throughout the rest of our careers. And then, I mean, my mom, it was more than just showing up to every game. You know, she was involved in the board. She would, you know, do the mom packages. She would make sure that she was committing to the concession stands. So like our parents are a big part of this. We got a comment in from Kristen Davidson, no relation, might I add, a brother from another mother, if you will.
That's right. We still love you, Christian.
It's so
yeah,
funny.
so insane stat 24-0. I think I had a losing streak that was about that long, but never a win streak like that. Well, when you're
listen,
it's a little
listen,
easier.
man. He was stacked. You don't understand. This team that he was playing on pretty much was like the equivalent of what I guess the mites on ice for the Flyers would be, but they were playing street hockey. Like
Yeah.
the goalie this kid had was like getting shutouts on the ice and then coming from the ice hockey game to the street hockey game to get another shutout. Like the kids this guy got on that team it was ridiculous.
Stack. Yeah, and
Where are these guys now?
One of them was, I know, one of our goalie, our 24-0 goalie, actually went on to play in the Federal Prospecting League. Yeah, definitely a little bit there. I didn't miss it, but I cool star captain. We appreciate. Thank you for more than just
my
support.
captain.
Yeah, we wouldn't have a basis to play on if it wasn't for Big Hoovy down there. So we appreciate it.
Man.
Shark Fin Tech asks where we play. So currently we play at the UAHL in New Jersey. They splits from Voorhees and Hollydale Ice Arena. And we're okay. And Frankie, go ahead. I'll let you take this one from here.
Yeah, and we always love a good live show. If I ever put the finger up, you just keep rolling. Sharkfin is a good friend of mine, Wyatt. He's a huge supporter of Chirping Bucks Media. He's been following the podcast for all 6 years. I've known him. Really good friend of mine. Wyatt, thank you for the support. The brothers play. I'll let them take it over there. And you can mention how we play together as well.
Yeah. So we're with the UAHL down in South Jersey area, closer to like the greater Philadelphia area. And we're on the lowest level of the UHL, Rusty Plus. But I will tell you, like, I mean, it is a competitive league. It's a good league. They do it. Shout out to the UHL. They do a really, really good job with this league. So initially we just joined the league. I want to say the end of the winter season, and luckily we were messaging around. I got hoove himself, and I started off. I've been begging and begging. I mean, my brother got his fill. He got to play hockey growing up in high school, but like I had the itch. This is me compensating. I've been scratching, that playing with them ever since. And it's been a huge turnaround. It's been great. I think the first game my brother threw up on the bench after the first intermission.
Absolutely. I did.
We realized that we were completely out of shape.
Still am.
Second
Still
and third
am.
game, I realized like how much we really love it, and how good it felt to just be out there and not only be playing hockey again with a bunch of like-minded fellows, but a real good person. Guys who, slipping and falling, if anything, they'll bust your chops a little bit. But like nobody gets down on this team, like no matter where we're standing in the standing. So, I mean, it's definitely a good group to be. Go ahead, Frank.
Yeah, a little bit of audio technical difficulties. Everybody, like I said, it's that first show, first pod episode. We're rocking and rolling. We have a little private chat that we could go back and forth in. I do want to do a quick mention about you guys were talking about family, and I just want to do a little shout out and mention of your family. After I had you guys on the podcast for the first time, we had a game, your playoff game, and I came out and showed support. And your mom came up to me and introduced herself. I guess she recognized me from somewhere, and held my hand and brought me to your entire family and introduced me to every single one of them. Your uncle, and they all got up, gave me a hug, shook my hand. I'll just say this for the hockey community and people that play against the boys. When that moment happened, I realized that these absolute diabolical boys on the ice were just good guys. Good family boys, raised right, a lot of love within their family, and they share that. They've expressed that with me, physically, just from like just being with me and giving me a big hug every time I see them. You were talking about your family. I just had to do that mention of when I had the opportunity to meet your family for the first time, and absolutely incredible people.
At the end of the day, don't let mom's sweetness fool you, though. Our mouths come from somewhere. Our dad is the strong. Oh yeah, our dad's the strong, silent type for sure. If he speaks up, you made a mistake because he doesn't do it too often. But you will hear our mother loudly.
Well, I think your mom was gonna beat up that guy that was messing with the missus. I mean, if it wasn't going to be me, it was going to be mom.
I mean, my mom is very passionate about us boys. I'll give her that. Now, it has been at the cost of our dignity sometimes.
Yes.
I've been pulled off of a bench before. Not of my own, just my mom didn't like what I was saying. And better get off the bench. So don't get it twisted. She is very, very fierce, boys. No, but she has been the biggest supporter, biggest fan. I mean, we're both in our 30s, and she's still showing up to our games. She's still coming out 10 o'clock
Dad
at night.
too.
Yeah, dad too. Whatever time of night it might be, they show up. They still show their support. And it's funny that like you had that good interaction with my mom because we've talked about it before. Our initial getting to know each other phase wasn't on like I wouldn't say it was on bad terms, but it was on.
Are you bringing this up?
I'll segue it into you popping your pretty face back on the screen and getting in there. But
this is your show.
It was definitely so like my brother knew who those of you who are from the U or around the U, you're familiar with some people, some faces. My brother knew through the circuits a guy named Sean. I know that'll ruffle a couple feathers just hearing that name. On the Shockers, and I was the number one villain of the Rusty Plus division.
Definitely.
Well, so I'm newer to the league. I'm newer to everything else, but Frankie's told me a million times, I am at the core of who I am. I'm a hockey player, and I love every aspect of the game. And like, even though I know, this is all about no checking, no contact, things happen. It's Rusty Division.
Eh,
You know,
you know.
so beside the point. It was just a bad moment. I'm playing hard defense. Maybe I got caught a little out of position. I'm working real far back. I'm hustling back to the play. Sean Hastings happens to have the puck. He cuts kind of towards the net as I'm crashing the net, and we kind of collide. And it was a big collision. I didn't.
I was gonna say, let me make the statement that you didn't fall.
Well, I mean, I wasn't trying to make anybody fall, but for a short guy, because those of you who don't know us, I'm 5'7" on a good day. Justin, you're 5'5" on a good day.
5'4".
But so if you ever have good snacks, just put them on top of the fridge, and they're safe from Justin. Guaranteed.
I got step stools everywhere, brother. I got step stools everywhere.
But I mean, size be damned. I'm a pretty stout guy, and we ran into each other pretty hard. And I know that Hastings thought, like, who the hell is this guy?
And then I got word.
Yeah, so I guess he reached out to his good friend Frankie. Frankie James,
his enforcer, his bodyguard at that time.
Frankie James does not know that a good friend.
We never met.
China got blame Frankie for wanting to obviously look into what happened to his good friend. But me and Justin.
I can tell you right now what was going to happen. I don't mean to cut you off. It's your show. But when Sean called me and told me what happened, and he said to me word for word, he's like, "Hey man, if there's anybody I'm going to want you to take care of, it's going to be Nick Davidson." And then I had no idea who you were. But people that know me with the U and know how close Sean and I were, I will always have his back. I'll fight anybody for him. One, because he can't fight, and two, he was my boy, and he's still my friend. But I'll have at him. But I was coming to protect. So the All-Star game, I came to do a little video work, but that was 30% of it. I was coming to see what Nick's deal was. And I wanted to see what his size. And I was coming to say a few things. I see him. I know who he is. He's pointed out. He does one shift, and he's yapping. And he comes back to the bench, and he's yapping. And I'm like, hold on a second here. I think I like this guy. No bullshit. I was there for a fight. And after one shift, hearing he played the game and saw him playing the game, I immediately was like, yeah, dude, I think I like this guy too much. And that's how it all fucking started. with us getting to know each other and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was my first time.
I was coming to stick up for my buddy.
Yeah, look, I think that I try to take that role on my team. Nobody's going to touch somebody in a cornstar jersey without the long-haired maniac, following you the rest of the game. It's just kind of how it goes. But hold on, let Brian Leeds. We're going to shout Brian Leeds out because as a defenseman, I'm not miss an opportunity to shout out my goaltender.
Love him.
Stars. They provide the only so we provide the only fans in the stage. I wouldn't say the only. There's a couple other like spouses who come out, but I will say the Davidson family does come out in bushfuls depending on the circumstances and time. It's been a little rough.
You can hear them. You can hear them too.
Oh yeah, they're not shy about making their presence known. Just it falls down. It falls down the family tree because we have no problem making ourselves known on the ice.
No.
Okay, so we do have our sponsor checking in, Bush League Beauties. They did comment in about chirpers. Yes, we are big chirpers. Look, both of us have we'll say a temper. It looks worse than it is. I'm usually
more so than you.
A little bit more in check than I might. On the other hand, he's kind of always been known to be a little bit more of the hothead. I kind of I lean into the role that I know I'm stuck playing. At the end of the day, I think. And Justin, he's a little bit more of like the finesse guy. So like I love the comparison because those who've played with us, against us, or whatever, if you've seen the movie Goon, I wouldn't disrespect myself completely by calling myself Doug Glatt, but Justin is definitely my LaFlame. You know, like he's definitely the guy who like he's a little bit smaller, maybe a little bit more of an attitude. He wants the puck, but like all that aside,
Feed me.
you're not gonna touch him without me having some type of issue with that.
Yeah, and that's how I've always played. I am a small dude, so.
I just
Frankie,
want to
you got
say,
something coming?
I cannot wait to eventually play against you guys. We haven't had the opportunity yet, and the fact that you guys played just like Nick and I've dissected your games completely. And as the producer, like that's what I do. Like I have your game entirely figured out in a good way. Every little aspect about your game, the positives and the negatives, the strengths and the weaknesses, I know about both of you guys already. I played with the guys and I watched you guys play. And we'll do a little producer's corner where I kind of do a little bit of that. Actually, like it's gonna be testy. Like we play the same game. I'm already gonna expect it when we eventually play against each other, whether it be a tournament or what. Like I'm coming for you. Like we're like not to hurt, but like that's the kind of game that we play. We have that.
Oh yeah, it's going to be
The
fun
difference
though.
for the game that we can do on ice, like this is the game. It's physical. It's testy. I embrace that. A lot of the guys that we know embrace that. For example, our good friend Mike Condraitis, Yetis, another
Yes.
real big, real very
Condratis.
testy,
Condratis,
very testy, no bullshit. But when he's off the ice, well, he's always smiles. Don't get me wrong, he's
Sweetest
always
pie.
smiling.
Sweetest pie.
But little shout out. But yeah, I can't wait to play against you guys, man. Because I don't know, man. Maybe we should. Let's do it. Come on, let's play.
Dude, I'm all for and like you know, like you kind of to piggyback what you said. I'm glad you said that because as somebody who, sorry, I just saw the comment from Kristen. I did get pretty vocal in the last few minutes of the threes game this week. You know, at the end of the day, though, it's all for a reason. You know, it's all for a reason. I am big on getting under your skin as an opponent. I'm big on giving my team something to laugh about, something to build on. It motivates them if they hear me cracking jokes, you know, tease. Look, I was teasing one of their players, calling him Connor McDavid because he was wearing number 97 and dragging it through our whole
Watch
team.
out, boys! Here he comes! Watch out!
Yeah, and it's all in good fun because like I'm just under the impression we're all playing the game for the same reason. You know what I mean? I have no intention on injuring, harming. That's not what I want. I don't want to put anybody into the boards. You know, a little bit of a increase my ability, but division, some things you know you just can't really prevent. But I mean, we all signed the same thing. I thought, you know what I mean? It's nobody needs the net. It's going to cost you a little bit, you know. I should be allowed to push you, and I'm not pushing you to piss you off or to hurt you or knock you to the ice. It's you have it. Get that mentality and understand that it's just strictly the love of hockey and not out there, you know, trying to take my frustrations of you know the daily grind out on my fellow hockey players. Josh Lafferty checked in. I appreciate you coming in, Josh.
The
He is
tater tots.
the captain number 2. I am on 2 teams.
Tater tot hockey. We like
So
tater tots around here.
to piggyback off of Kristen's comment, I do play in a threes league, and Josh Lafferty is our team captain of the Tater Tots. Also ran through the U, so shout out to them as well. Again,
Yes.
Justin did get to play with us last time, and it's funny because Christian Davidson is our guy, he's our buddy. But both of us, both the Davidson brothers, actually had a collision, accidental collisions with Davidson the goalie. So
Yes.
we're all okay. All Davidsons are no Davidsons were hurt in the making of that hockey game, but it was definitely interesting. So basically the whole point of this show, I mean basically the whole point of this show, like what we're talking about now, it's going to be a little bit broader than that. Like obviously we're going to talk about our experiences as people who are playing in the men's league circuit in the South Jersey area, Philadelphia area, but like obviously other topics will arise, such as NHL topics, you know, us being brothers. There's a lot of brothers, a lot of family NHL teams that we're on different.
Man.
different heads when our teams. I don't know what booing for.
Oh yeah,
My
all
team's
right,
doing
Frankie.
good right now.
Guys, real quick, just want to chime in real quick because once again, our comments are booming. And real quick, make sure you're following the Two Brothers One Puck podcast on Facebook. Give them a follow. We will be live on there for the third episode, and but you can watch us live right now. We are live on the YouTube, Chirping Pucks Media, Chirping Pucks Media on Instagram and on Facebook. Comment in. If you want your comment on screen, make sure you go to the YouTube channel, or you can also go to the Facebook page. Some of our good friends checking in on Instagram. First timer, actually, I believe. Steven Endicott. I believe he is from the Narwhals. I think that he might be one of the first or second Narwhals checking in. Endicott, good. Thanks for checking in, man. We'll have to get you on one of the shows. Top Flight, my good man. What's going on, Top Flight? Was talking to you last night on the Clubhouse app. One of my good friends out there in California checking in on the show.
Coast to coast. We appreciate that, my friend.
Yeah, we're traveling. Fighting Irish 1672 checking in on Instagram as well. Thank you so much for all the support. We're gonna do a little something. We're gonna just take a little 30-second break, a little countdown 30-second break. Give us a little breather, and then we will be right back with a couple more comments, and we're gonna talk about what is expected on the show. Stretch it out, boys.
Home stretch. And we're back. 30 seconds is up. We've had our
real quick, we have a few more working in on Instagram. The former goalie of the Corn Stars, our good friend Mel, checking in to show support for the boys. Former goalie of the Corn Stars, but current goalie of the Chirping Pucks hockey team, which we have some announcements coming up in April. Mel will be making the debut back with the Chirping Pucks hockey team. Let's make sure we don't score on her this time around. One more comment that we're going to show real quick as well that also came in. We want to give a quick mention to our wonderful sponsor. Make sure you check them out. Bush League Beauties Hockey Apparel. Love the show, boys. Keep it up. Excited to see where it goes.
Thank you.
And back to the Davidson boys.
Thank you, Frankie. Thank you, guys. Thank you, all the comments, man. This is so awesome because, to be honest with you, you never know what to expect coming in for the first time. We don't know if nobody's going to show up. We don't know if everybody's going to show up. So it's really awesome to have the support. We appreciate it. But to get back to kind of on track, what this show is really going to dive into is really it's going to pick our brains with our opinions, whether it be NHL, whether it be past, current, future prospects, anything like that. And obviously, our experience running through the beer league circuit, like I mentioned prior. Obviously, a lot of things being shared. Our team a lot as well. Obviously playing for the same team, it's going to come up because a lot of our playing experience will be through kind of the same situation. But the good thing is you get an opportunity here, like a lot of across all platforms. That's a huge shout out. I appreciate you guys so much. This is so cool. It's definitely it's a humbling experience for sure because I didn't expect 500 people.
Keeping me busy. Jesus, the comments are crazy right now. It's more busier on this show than it is on mine.
I did want to say
producer some work.
But we love it, guys. Thank you so much for everybody chiming into the first episode.
Yeah, absolutely. I did want to say there was a comment that popped up from Papa Davidson, Rich Davidson, talking about a good friend of mine that's also on the Corn Stars, Doug Hollowell. So he's friendship of almost 25 years. He's the one who taught me how to skate, boys and girls. So if you think I'm a good skater, that's the guy that deserves the credit, to be honest. But yeah, so we have all types of family in here, extended family included. The Hollowell family is beloved by the Davidson family. They're great. They're family members. So we see you there, buddy.
Yeah. So like it's family is definitely going to be kind of the center value of this show for sure. And like obviously being fans of hockey, you see it. The Kachuk brothers, the Hughes brothers. You get to see a lot of family. Even father sons, the Hulls. You get to see a lot of family son, brothers, father son situations. But the good thing about our, situation as brothers is we're two very different guys. We play the game very differently. We see the game very differently. Very complementary, but very different. Like I tend to kind of lean more towards like being a defenseman, especially being defense, stay-at-home defense, very big on vision, finding the right passing lanes. Whereas, Justin, he's a goal scorer. That's his bread and butter. He just finds ways to put pucks in net. It's frustrating to play against sometimes because he's where it's almost like Federer decides he's going to put the puck. Going to be a whole lot, but no, it's definitely been really, really cool, and you could see the impact and other people learning our game, kind of how like Frankie talked about, like learning people's games and people trying to find ways to play our style. So, one of our segments that you're going to be seeing pretty regularly on the show. I mean, we're going to be going through segments here and there. Some will stay, some. This is the Cornstar Corner, and I am going to let Justin take the role of being the one to do the Cornstar Corner. So take it away, Justin.
Oh. So go ahead, Frankie.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for Cornstar Corner.
All right, guys, what's going on? So Cornstar Corner is going to be something where we kind of go over probably our last game, maybe the Cornstar player of the game, or who was great on the other team. As you see some of the stats on the screen here, we are aforementioned Dougie Hollowell, or Dougie Fresh, as he's known on the Cornstars, with a goal and an assist last game to help us get the win. That was in his first shift on the ice for that game. So a goal and assist for Dougie Hollowell last game. Good job to him. Leeds, we all know Leeds. We all love Leeds. 32 out of 34 with a 2 goals against average. My man was an absolute monster in the net. There's Nick with our lovely Cornstar jersey. He did phenomenal. He had a great game. Stopped everything that was really stoppable. So as far as the Moose go, it looks like, of course, the Moose have some brothers on there as well. Brad and Zach DiFrancesco, a goal and an assist each. So it looks like brothers do look to run the UAHL. I know there's quite a few teams out there that got some brothers on there. I know the McIntoshes are over in the tropics. I know you got the DiFrancescos here on the Moose. So yeah, there's quite a few sets of us out there, and we look forward to maybe getting some of you guys on here to talk to us. Share your experiences of growing up, playing together. I just bring up the McIntoshes because we recently played them both in the threes and regular UAHL league. And I noticed there's 4 of them, man. So they got to have some absolutely wild stories to tell between 4 brothers playing hockey.
I'm a little envious, actually, because like one-on-one hockey, I mean, granted, you learn a lot of the basics there, like the fundamentals, but like to be at home and automatically have a 2-on-2 situation, like that's a great way to start off and like depend on other kids in the neighborhood to show up for our hockey games.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll be announcing every Cornstar of the game at the Cornstar Corner. Eventually, we probably will have some Cornstars come on in and do some interviews with us, talk about being a Cornstar and what it's like, maybe in the locker room or after the game. We have quite a few different things that we all enjoy together, and yeah, this will be the little segment that I get to kind of take and be my own. But other than that, I'm enjoying myself.
I love that, and it's well said. And real quick, just to jump in, we got some more comments down on the screen here. Man, we have some good people. Mel checking in. Meets checking in. Says Frankie till the day I die, baby boy. With that being said, the Cornstars Corner, incredible stuff, and Chirping Media created a great graphic for our boys here. But being affiliated with the U as I am, we're gonna do a small little segment after Cornstar Corner, and that will be producer's take. And that's where I kind of take and do a little dissect of the play. Obviously, I'm not playing as much, but I am watching the games from Live Barn. So I'm going to pull apart like something that I noticed of the game from from my standpoint, that not just of what typical people will see. And I do want to I want to give a take, but I think I'll do a raw take here. Actually, yeah, dude. I'm gonna do a little chirp here to our boy up there. Listen, I've been playing hockey with the U for a little bit here, all right, and I'm looking at the Cornstar roster, and I'm seeing a lot of people on there, a lot of your boys taking over my spot. A lot of your friends, brother. I'm looking at this one. I'm looking at this one. I'm looking at this one. When is Frankie James going to come back? I got 6 points in 2 games, brother. Let me get a little action. Let me get a little action.
Oh, Captain, my Captain, where are you at? Who? Take that away.
Listen, with all due respect, another producer's take before I head out here. Listen, I thought it was up from the get-go. It was a struggling year last year for the Corn Stars. The Davidson boys, like when I still say, I've said it to both you guys, especially your brother. I've said it to the Corn Stars, and it's my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. When the Davidson boys joined the Corn Stars in that hurt of a year, you just turned it around. You just turned around the entire franchise in a very positive way. Like the intensity that you guys play with, especially Mr. Red Wing over there, like one of the most intense players I've ever played with, in a good way. Because I'm not that similar to that level, but he means business. And when he's going out there blocking 6 shots a game, getting in front of the puck, doing everything he can to help the team, he expects it around him. And that's the kind of competitor that he is. And then obviously and this is part of my producer's take, you're the way that you get down the ice with good speed, not the fastest player in the world, good speed, agility, you got the hips, but your hands. The way that you can move in between players with soft hands and still maintain possession of the puck to still get a shot off may be the best I've seen in Rusty/Rusty Plus in the 4 years that I've been there.
I appreciate that. I try hard. That's my game.
And that is producer's take. We're killing it, guys, on time, by the way. Like I said, this is the pilot episode. Thank you guys so much for being here. We're not done yet, but we went through 42 minutes. It's usually a pilot episode, about 35 minutes. So we're going to let them get a couple more minutes, and then we're going to transition out and celebrate this first episode. But guys, thank you so much to all the fans, all the viewers that have already been here. And once again, just got to do another little mention. The Camp Out for Hunger, Chirping Pucks Media, Chirping Pucks Podcast, our hockey teams, the YouTube crew, 933 pounds of food donated, $708 donated to the Camp Out for Hunger in support of Phil Abundance. It's a really tough time right now for people, losing their food stamps and just, the way the world is. So, this was our biggest donation that we've ever been able to do. And we're looking forward to doing more next year. And, just a big shout out to them, to Preston and Steve crew for putting on an incredible event. And I'll let you boys kind of take it away and kind of segue out for your final mentions.
Perfect. And I definitely like the producer's take because, it's a non-biased opinion. Frankie's had his gripes about not being a part of the Cornstar games per se. But like for us, it's real easy for us to kind of get latched on to like maybe a certain guy we like or whatever. So it's good to have a third opinion. And I appreciate the compliments coming from Frankie too. But like, I don't want to take Cornstar success because a big part of like, I think the spring start to kind of work and winter we're kind of in full motion is just like with us being new additions, we're both serious about giving our contributions to the game. I like to think because I missed out on my opportunities to play, even as a 32-year-old dude, like I'm not taking a shift off. Like it's not in the cards for me. So yeah. Like it's part of that intensity, but like I'm just glad that we're on a team that embraces that a little bit and like just messes with us because it took time. The spring, summer we didn't see. We didn't see. I
have no idea what that was. By the way, sorry about that. That one, boys. That's a blooper reel right there.
Maybe that's like. Honestly, I thought it was a Georgia look going.
Yeah.
But no, like we're just on a team.
That was a blooper reel. But while I'm here, we have a new team checking in.
Uh-oh.
I'm so sorry to interrupt you. I know our audio is a little off. But we have a new team checking in here for the first time ever. Okay, the UAHL Honey Badgers of the Threes.
Honey Badgers, checking in. We've seen them last week on Thursday. There's some good boys, good guys there.
Yeah,
Honey Badgers checking in, and guys, 2 minutes till exit.
All right, perfect. Well, yeah, we'll see the Honey Badger. Well, I don't know if Justin will be a part of that game, but I'll
I
see
have
the Honey
work.
Badgers Thursday, 8 o'clock, Voorhees 67 rink. I'm ready for you guys. I know you guys are chomping at the bit to play against my crazy ass, so I'm looking forward to it. But no, yeah, so we'll use these last 2 minutes to say, like, first take, let me tell you, great experience. Frankie, Chirping Pucks Media, thank you for giving us the opportunity, giving us the platform, obviously taking on the production role, because to be
Yes.
honest with you, that's the biggest fear for us about, like, when you first approached us about this concept was just like, we're two guys who just really, really love hockey and we're passionate about it. I see Ashley checking in, Justin's lovely wife, my sister-in-law. I'm sure they're tired.
Love
They
you,
are
babe.
tired of hearing us talk about hockey. So now we're going to bestow that lovely, lovely present to you guys. So by all means, every Monday, 8 o'clock, we will be here. We will be chatting about hockey. And Frankie will be joining us. He'll be chiming in, giving his 2 cents, because obviously it's all love and it's all family here at Chirping Pucks Media and Two Brothers, One Puck podcast. So with that being said, I mean, there isn't much left for me to say. Justin, if you got anything, take it away.
Just thanks everyone for showing up. Again, just to kind of, mimic my brother, this isn't something we, thought was even possible, or if anybody would even want to hear what we have to say. But the fact that we have people tuning in, whether it's one person or 500 people across the country, we're super thankful and super grateful about it. Again, we weren't ready to do any of this, and we are just super passionate about hockey. We're actually pretty passionate about a lot of the things in life, period. We're just very vibrant and exuberant type of people. And it's just nice to have this journey to share with you guys. So thanks for showing up and supporting us. Frankie?
I
Final
love that,
thoughts?
man. I love that so much. And I just want to, my final thought, I just want to do this mention because this is a little behind this. I want to just mention this quick sentence of how this happened. So when I had the boys as guests on my podcast, I had 2 sports networks that I've done business with reach out to me via text asking me, who are they? And you better snag them up. And they were referring to Nick and Justin Davidson, 2 guys who have never been on a podcast, who have never done content like give and take and stuff like that, and maybe never even really heard that phrase. But I saw something, and other people saw something, and I wasn't letting them go anywhere. And we started having conversations, and that's kind of how it happened. But like hearing that the boys like saying that like we didn't have any plans of this or anything like that, but like you guys came on the show as guests, incredible guests as well. And not only did I see something, but 2 other sports networks, one is actually an affiliate with the NHL, saw you guys, and I'm glad that
I was gonna say
Could you imagine if you guys were like, no, Frankie, we're gonna go with this other network? Oh my god, I would whoop your asses.
The only way they're doing that is if they offered me to meet Mario Lemieux.
I love that. And we're just going to roll through the comments here, guys, just real fast. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here for the Two Brothers, One Puck podcast, part of the Chirping Pucks Media family. Little show in 20 minutes. Guys, let's all get rowdy here. That's going to do it for the first episode of the Two Brothers, One Puck podcast. We will see you guys all next week.
Yeah.